All right, what is up, crypto fam? Let's get this live. I feel like people have been away for a bit, or maybe you guys are waiting for the Tokyo session live. Crypto has been very, very quiet, so we haven't missed out on anything. If you took our Bitcoin long, you are making money. Shout out if you're in the long from our app, beastlimitless.com. Kevin, good evening. Normally you're on in the morning, so I almost said good morning. Thank you, Kevin, for being a daily watcher. I really, really appreciate it. It does mean a lot. All right, Bulent, how you doing? CJ, DV, Malim, Alejandro, watching from a plane. Where are you going, fam? Please check Jasmine. Okay. So I think we're locked and loaded for a 2-hour live tonight. There hasn't really been anything to talk about in the lives, guys, but finally the market is pushing up here a bit. So in the New York session live, we said we would come down to 86. We didn't hit 86, but we hit 86.9. So hopefully you guys managed your stop loss and leverage there, made a bit of money off that short in the morning. Shout out to you guys if you guys are making money in the community. Beast Limitless, all right. We're trying our best, guys, but I can only do so much with a boring market, right? I can only do so much with a boring market, guys. I can't do much. Argyle, how you doing? Target was 86, yes, but I got stopped out and I flipped too long. Make sure you guys are watching the app, right? So right here, I post the trades on the app, guys, beastlimitless.com. Pretty simple. Long Bitcoin around 88,300, take profit 89,400 or higher. High leverage and stop loss 86,900. All right. So if I'm shorting or longing on the live, make sure you guys set your stop loss and profit, because 80% to 90%, it is going to be a different direction that we're looking for. Okay. So we've been expecting 90K. Obviously, 86 would have been great if we took out Tokyo's low. We haven't taken out Tokyo's low. So I'm not sure how I feel about. So if you guys look to the session on AMD, I am in a long. But the reality is, and Argyle pointed it out, we're looking for 86. We didn't hit 86. Well, so if you look right here, Tokyo, so New York, this would be, Sunday, New York, whatever, Monday. During the weekend, we dumped it, right? During the weekend, we dumped it. And Tokyo pumped. I would say we do take out Tokyo's low, but just not yet. Based on AMD, we should be definitely manipulating here. We're not. So this is a new channel. And obviously you have bullish divergence. Made good money off the short in the morning time. Took it down to 86.9. Set a stop loss and profit. Got stopped out at 87, whatever it was, 300. Flipped to a long. Now we are absolutely printing on the long. And it looks like we're going to hit that target of around 90K. If you look right here, you've got bullish divergence here. You got bullish divergence here. And you got bullish divergence on your 18-hour time frame now. And yes, the MACD is dropping, guys, into the zero line. Same with the daily. But as of right now, the daily is completely oversold. Everything's oversold. And it looks like the market really wants to pump. There's a possibility, although huge possibility, that we do pump up to 98. I'm not ruling it out, but I don't like how we haven't taken out of Tokyo's low. So keep that in the back of your mind. If you're longing, we're off the live. Oh, we're pumping, and then all of a sudden London dumps it all the way back here in New York. We're clearly going to manipulate and take out that liquidity, right? So one of my alerts are going off for buy on XAU. Yep, gold. I would not be shorting gold with the 10-foot pole. Just long, 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 buy the retraces. And here's another uptrend here starting on gold. Played out the Axie Infinity trade with 44X, made a nice 300%. Let's go. Hit that like button if you guys are making money. We're not always going to make money, guys. Sometimes we're going to lose, right? That's the reality of it. We got 90% win rate. But the biggest thing I could tell you guys is set your stop losses and profit. This is not a market where you just ride trades. You got to set your stop losses and profit. Even here, we didn't even back test on the 1 hour. We faked out. And we're continuing up. Like there's normally a back test on the 1 hour, right? So I am in a long. I'll show you guys the trade I'm in at the moment, just so I could be honest with you guys and show you guys that I'm actually in trades rather than being like, oh yeah, I'm longing, I'm shorting, whatever it is. I'll show you guys right now. And this is when I flipped to a long pretty much midday to the New York close. Shout out to everybody popping on the live tonight, guys. This is going to be a really, really good live. Make sure you guys stay for the whole thing. I'm going to try to make it a 2-hour live because we've been doing short lives, but I don't want to just sit here doing a live with you guys and then nothing is happening, right? It's redundant. I'm wasting everybody's time. Okay. So here you go, guys. Here's the trade I'm in right now, just so I could show you guys what trade I'm in right now, right? So this was supposed to be in the announcement section. Not expecting much, ramping up and much dropping down to options expire Friday. Yep, the last Friday of the month, options expiring. Did I post this on announcements? Oh, I guess I did. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. But there you guys go. 50x, 2800, right? At about 87.5 is where I got in pretty much. So that is my long at the moment. Now, here's the thing, guys. If I'm looking at a long, by the way, XRP did break out. We're going to look at XRP. If I'm looking at a long right here, fam, you can see that we're ranging. We're not really pumping. We're just ranging into Tokyo. So I would probably be taking profit up here at about 89.4 to 89.3, reevaluating the trade because Tokyo is not necessarily pumping. All we're doing is accumulating. I would expect London to do the distribution. Tokyo distributed yesterday and London accumulated. New York kind of manipulated, but I wouldn't even call that manipulation. I would call New York ranging, right? So I would be looking to take profit on Bitcoin, whatever this is, 89.4, 89.5. I would be shorting 89.4 to 89.5 if we're overbought. Maybe riding this back down to 88.3. There's a small possibility we come back down to 88K, but we're kind of just playing this channel. So because we're playing the channel, ride the channel. Regarding the higher time frames, they don't really matter to me right now. I'm playing a smaller channel. Yeah, we're dropping on the 3-day, but initially here, you can see the weekly is overbought and going up. And we're kind of just we're just ranging, honestly, guys. That's really all it is. We can see we broke out here. You know, yeah, we broke the long-term channel, but all we're doing is ranging. That's all I really got at the moment. Until we break this area on Bitcoin at 84K, until we break 84K, I'm going to remain somewhat bullish because we are oversold on the 18. We are oversold on the daily, right? So there's your update on Bitcoin, guys. Again, I really appreciate you guys for being on the live and showing all the support. I feel like the last couple of days, crypto has been flat. Stocks have been playing out more. But 89.4 would be my short-term take profit. If we break out at 89.4, we're running. Keep in mind, the 4-hour MACD is running up with this insane bullish divergence. So that could play out today or tomorrow. Okay, XRP. I did mention the XRP breakout in the live. Here is XRP. If you want to get into a long in XRP, it's right here, 189, 190, guys, all right? You bounced off the channel. You broke out of said channel perfectly. Now XRP, John Gregory, how we doing? Thomas says Chili's waking up. I'll have to look at it. I'll also look at Jasmine. We're just going to go over the large caps first and go over the particulars there. All right, so now XRP is waking up, guys. So you've got a fair value gap here. We did not backtest the fair value gap, okay? So I would be expecting XRP to continue off of here. There's a possibility we fake out and come back to 186. I don't think it will happen. My long would be right here. My stop loss would be 182. So I would manage my leverage on XRP. Keep in mind, guys, we got extreme bullish divergence here in the market. Bitcoin, XRP, 18-hour MACDs popping off. And that means if you go off this channel right here, that means XRP should pump. Look at that bullish dive. Beautiful bullish dive. XRP has bullish divergence on the daily too. So I could see XRP pumping up all the way to about 241. Now, if we look at our liquidity gaps right here on XRP, yeah, we broke out 100%. So the next area you're looking at on XRP is about 206 and really ultimately 207. And then the top of said resistance, which just broke out right there. So XRP is the long, in my opinion. Remember, guys, set your stop losses in profit. Protect your capital. Okay, Jasmine, before I forget. Here's the thing about this market, guys. 4 hours from now, I could be bearish. 4 hours from now, I could be bullish. I still think we are going to take out that Tokyo low. I don't like how we haven't taken it out. And I know all about AMD is going after that liquidity. So we aren't doing it now, but I would expect Bitcoin to maybe hit that 90K, take out that Tokyo low, and then run up to 98. There's a possibility, right? So Jasmine, I'm going to take off the bearish pennant here because they're very annoying. Bearish pennant, we can easily see what a bearish pennant is. Jasmine is the low cap. I know I didn't like Jasmine before, but I'm liking Jasmine a lot better now because you literally did break out. You literally did break out on Jasmine, right? So you're bouncing off this area right here on Jasmine, which is the breakout area. You've got 18-hour bullish dive. I got to look at total 3 because altcoins are looking really good right now. So really all you're doing on Jasmy is you're waiting for this breakout, but you've got bullish divergence on the 18-hour in Jasmy too. We end up breaking out of right here, guys. We can run to about the top of the channel, which is 1 penny. Shout out to Malim. This is a really, really good call. A very good call. We just need to wait for the breakout. And you're looking at probably a God candle coming into Jasmy within the next 24 to 48 hours here. Even money flow broke out. So I put on my MFI, which is my money flow indicator. We can see there's money flowing into Jasmy. Obviously, we're quiet right now. But we are looking very, and I mean very, very good on Jasmy, guys. So shout out to Malim. Very good call. Keep an eye on it, guys. And we'll see where Jasmy ends up. I'm going to set an alert right here. I don't have any fair value gaps to long, so I will point out that. There are no fair value gaps at the moment. So I don't want to enter a long. I have more shorts built up than longs. But like on Bitcoin and XRP, what I mean about fair value gaps, I always talk about this, guys, but like on Bitcoin, it's even risky to long. However, we at least got a fair value gap down here, right? So the fact that we got a fair value gap down here, we're looking pretty kosher. As long as Bitcoin doesn't break 86.8, I'm good. And we can see that Tokyo is ranging, just ranging. So yeah, I'd probably be taking profit on my long around 89,400, reevaluating, because it does look like London is going to distribute, which means I would say we're probably going to pump into London. I'm not sure, but it does look like we could get a pump into London. And then if that happens, we know New York is going to be manipulation. And we're waiting for that Tokyo low to be taken out. ZEC will fly or slowly down, trying to get a couple of candles to decide. So I think we got to look at Chili's first. Okay, ZEC is coming up off of a triple bottom here. If you guys are making money in Beast Limitless trading, guys, hit that like button, 444 in the comment section below. I know it's been pretty quiet the last couple of days, guys, but we can make money in this market. If you guys are having a tough time trading, make sure you guys are using lower leverage. Don't be doing 40, 50, 30x like me, okay? I'm pretty much locked in to the point of locked in. So, yeah, ZEC broke. It did break for sure. So ZEC broke this uptrend here. I would say, you know, possibly a good long to six. No, sorry, not ZEC. Chili's. What am I talking about? Chili's. Wrong coin. Chili's. Chili's broke the uptrend here, guys. Chili's broke the uptrend. I mean the downtrend. The uptrend and the downtrend. Yeah, Chili's is looking very, very close. Cold Cup 7842, thank you for coming on the live. I appreciate your support. Check Pengu. All right. Chili's is right there, guys. Right there. So if Chili's ends up right, wow. Imagine holding that. We were in Chili's at 3.2. Anyway, so Chili's ends up breaking out of here. We are going to pump all the way back to about 7.6 at the top. So I would keep an eye on Chili's because we might have some God candles coming up here. Let's look at the weekly time frame, 3-day, See if we're bouncing off that conversion line. We are bouncing off the fair value gap. That's enough for me to say long this thing. Weekly's moving up still. Yeah, Chili's could pop to about 11 cents. Chili's could run to 11 cents, guys. This is looking very, very, very good. We would have to break out of that region, but once we break out of that region, we're looking good. And obviously that previous high. I would not be opening up any longs though until we break this resistance. And essentially, there's no really good fair value gap here either at the moment, but it is looking very, very close. Okay, ZEC. All right, so ZEC is got a double bottom, which is why I see you like this, Sinster, for sure. I believe we have some bullish dive on ZEC. Let's see right here. So we've got, oh yeah, we got some bullish dive. We got bullish dive in the whole darn market. I could see Bitcoin popping off to 100K, guys, with this bullish dive. I really can. Honestly, we need to break out a 90K because we hit our 86 target that I've been waiting for. Glasshopper, how you doing? Appreciate you for coming on live. Shout out to everybody, guys. Make sure you tap that like button. Let's get this live trending today. I'm going to be doing a long live tonight because I feel like there's some moves coming in the market. We don't get to do much in New York. New York, I can't look at altcoins. If you guys come on the live, I might be able to look at altcoins, but usually I'm going to trade, and usually I got to get out and take profit. Like I got out of that short 3 times today and re-entered. 2 times and re-entered. I just don't let my money go down into New York. I don't trust it. I don't. And usually, okay, so Sinster, here we go. ZEC is a good long. Actually, everybody listen up. ZEC is a really good long. Manage your leverage. The fair value gap is right here, 358. So we could come back down to 358. My stop loss would be 340. So when I say manage my leverage, guys, I mean, if your stop loss has to be 340, I'm probably doing a 3X or a 5X. I'm not sure. This fair value gap is too weak. I know you're scalping too. Crickio, how are we doing? Thank you for coming on the live. Why are we always talking about longing tops and shorting bottoms? This is not a top. And if we're talking about shorting a bottom, we're talking about scalp trading, okay? That's like trading a fair value gap to another fair value gap, right? But if you guys do 30 to 50X non-financial advice on New York Lives, you can make 5 to 10K in an hour. I'm not kidding. You just got to know the direction of the market, and it's typically easy to do that into New York. But essentially, guys, here you can see ZEC should pop to about 451. This is looking really, really good. I'd be looking at a long here for sure. Off that fair value gap. I would set my stop loss at 340. So whatever that whatever leverage that would be, right? Got to catch the New York Lives. The New York Lives are chaos, all right? I try to pay attention to the live, then I look at my phone, and I'm like, oh, no. I got to switch. They're fun, though. They're fun. We make money on the New York Lives if you get out in time, or if you said stop loss and profits. So I know Wu Trade was looking really, really good here, guys. This is a dynamite trade and one of my favorite trades at the moment. Can I start my live before the New York opens instead after it opens? I can't. I'm going to bed at like 3 a.m. in the morning typically for the London live. More happens after the New York session than before the session. If I'm doing a live before, I'm probably not even going to pay attention. I like trading better after the New York open than before because we don't know the true direction of the session, right? If you look at Orb and other stuff, you can look at the first 15 minutes, but usually in the first hour, everything is a fake out. At 9 or 10 o'clock, even 10 o'clock would be good to start the live. That is when real direction goes into the market. I tried to do it at 8 and it just, I'm not able to call the market properly because the first hour is manipulation, right? And if I'm calling along and we're dumping like crazy, I'm on the live, I'm trying to look at coins, it just isn't good. And then I'm usually messing up my own trade because I'm trying to tell you guys how to trade. Because the first hour into New York is not, a lot of people don't trade until 10 o'clock in New York. Not even 9 o'clock, guys, 10 o'clock. Big money traders either trade the first hour for scalpers, but if you're not a 1 minute scalper, they're usually trading at 10 o'clock because then you're going to know the consistent direction of the market. So yeah, Wu Trade is looking very, very good, guys. Bouncing off of here. Got a huge round of bottom. See, you already broke out on Wu Trade. I would be looking at a trade on Wu if we can find a setup here. I don't like a fair value gap there. There's no fair value gap there. We have some resistance right here. Well, actually a lot of resistance. So this should pump to about I could see Wu Trade coming up if we break out of this little resistance right here. I can see us pumping to about 2.6, which is pretty good. Ultimately, though, I would watch this one, guys, because this is looking to about 5.4. Max Murphy, thank you for commenting. I appreciate your support. I don't trade New York till 10 a.m. plus. Proven point. If I do a live with you guys at 8, I probably don't know the direction. This has happened many times on the live where I thought we were going to dump based on indicators. We pumped, we skyrocketed, we manipulated, and we dropped. You can't really see that on indicators. The only way you can see that is AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? So I can probably move my live to 10 a.m., but I don't want to move my live till 10 a.m. because I need to live my life. And by the time I'll get out, it's like 12 p.m., right? So 9 a.m. is the sweet spot, in my personal opinion. Guys, Wu Trade is really good. Put it on your watch list radar. Okay, and with that being said, I also want to look at Aave. Yeah, look at this, guys. Oh, this is a beautiful trade. Trade of the day, Aave right now. Book it and book it. Here's your profitable trade, okay? I don't even need to look at TA to see this trade lining up with Aave right now. Let me show you guys Aave. And I know we make a lot of money off Aave, guys, but this is a dynamite setup. I'm going to tell you why. I think this market is going to pop, and I mean fly. Breakout, pump, fly, moonshot, whatever you want to call it. There is so many indicators right now with bullish dive on macro timeframes saying that we're going to 100K or even the top of the channel or possibly breaking out. So I watched a video today, guys. Let me show you guys something. I'm not going to be able to find it. It's not going to show it to me. It's not going to show it to me. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I found it. I found it. So I watched a video. And this is out of the box thinking, okay? You guys got to look at things as a different way sometimes. Found it. Perfect. So apparently this has never been wrong. And if you back test it, it has never been wrong. So here we go. So which basically recessions, right? And all this stuff. So C is the year of hard times, low prices, good time to buy stocks, whatever, right? B is the years of good times, high prices, and the time to sell stocks and values of all kinds. So go back test this on your own time. I'm telling you guys right now. I want to look at something right here. When was the big virus hit? 2020? 2019. It was 2019, right? Yeah, 2019. Okay. So 2019 was the top and basically a recession. Here's 2019. Okay. That's the first one. But 2026 is basically year of good times and high prices. Okay. 2026. So 2026, right? So now what I'm looking to do, March 2020, right? So in that region, it was at the end of December 2019. But if you guys go back test it, it is mostly correct. Steve, how you doing? Thank you for commenting. Olga, good evening. Yeah, it's been off a couple times, but for the most part, it's been pretty correct, right? So if that is the case, then we got to look at everything in a different light. And I think I figured out what Bitcoin's finally doing. But I need a monthly close. First, I want to go over Aave. So it's December 2019 when it started. I'm not saying the name on the live just due to whatever, but December 19 is when it started. The initial outbreak was December 19, and early 2020 was the global spread. So 2019, it was actually started. At the end, though, at the end of December, pretty much into 2020, right? But if you guys go back to that chart, you're going to notice for most of it, it is right. It might be off by a couple of years, but if you guys could kind of look at that, remember, there's a big player in every single financial market, okay? Keep that in mind. Big money is moving. The Fuchi ouchie shot. Steve, yep. Aave is getting ready to rip. If you guys could find a trade on Aave, I would be. So if we're looking at Aave right here, guys, we hit the bottom of the trend here once, twice. No, 3 times. So we got a triple bottom. But here's what I want to show you guys. We haven't hit the top of the channel after hitting the bottom twice. So this means Aave is pretty much going to skyrocket to, or it should, to about 172. This is a really good trade. The reason this is a very good trade is because you've got these points right here, you already hit the bottom twice, but you never hit the top of the channel. And the top of the channel would pretty much be a breakout. Anytime I say stuff like that, guys, take it with a grain of salt, but you do got to keep in mind that this is a year of what they're saying is with the Zodiac is basically the horse, which is like running and moving forward, exponential. Last year was, you know, shedding old whatever habits and all that jazz, getting rid of what no longer worked, right? Everything's just so slow right now, but I would be longing Aave in this area and setting a stop loss at like 147, okay? You got to manage your leverage if you're going after these trades, but Aave's looking good. Who's longing Bitcoin right now, guys? Let's hear it. And who's in profit on the Bitcoin long? Again, Asia's accumulating, guys. So Asia isn't really doing much of anything right now. Now we know Asia is accumulating. So if we know Asia is accumulating, you might want to short right here, but I'm looking at a take profit here. I don't know if I'm looking for a short, but I know I'm looking for a take profit at 89,400, right? If you guys are just tuning into the live, make sure you guys join beastlimitless.com. We posted the trade right here. Bang, 88,300, take profit 89,400 or higher. High leverage, okay? Okay, now we go to total 3. Up 17% on your Bitcoin long. Let's go white. Okay, so I told you guys this is going to be a long live. It is going to be a long live. I want to break down some key things in the market. This market has messed with everybody, and I'll be honest with you, including myself. I'm not going to be wrong to be like, this market is just ridiculous. The reason it's ridiculous is you broke a macro trend on the yearly, and now you're faking out back inside of the macro trend, back inside of the channel. You typically don't do that on an uptrend break. You don't. And I'll show you guys what I mean in a minute. Even total 3. Total 3 hypothetically should have dropped all the way down to here. Okay? Total 3 is not dropping all the way down to here. So now you got to draw another channel. But we're looking at total 3, guys. Look right here. Total 3 is about to break out. You've got bullish dive on total 3. Bang, bang. Bullish dive. Bang, bang. Oversold on the daily. Oversold on the daily. Even with the market how it is, guys, my win rate is 90% right now. It's went down a bit because I'm trying to scalp and take profits quick. Usually I'm on 95 to 97%. But for every 10 trades I take, I'm losing 2. It was 1. Now it's 2. If we can find a trend and it consistently trend, I'm probably going to go positive for the whole year. Something I want to add to the app is okay, so let me, I want to ask you guys a question. Nobody has done this in YouTube. Nobody has done this in trading. But as an influencer, I want to show you guys how to make money, okay? How would you guys feel me running a 24-hour live stream, okay? Quote unquote, hold on. A 24-hour live on Twitch, 24/7. And basically what I'm doing is I alert you guys when I'm trading. You guys are going to look at my charts all the time, except if I'm out. If I'm out, I can't do it, but it will be running 24/7 on Twitch. Because My thing is here is this is my job. I like doing it. I'm not monetized, right? I don't really care about that right now. But I think it would show everybody, and I could be like, hey guys, look, you know, if anybody's on the live stream right here, I'm taking profit on my short. Okay. We're dumping. I'm taking profit in my long. And basically what I'll do is I'll update you guys in beastlimitless.com. I'm not going to be on the live 24/7, but it's going to be running 24/7. Okay. I'm thinking about it. I think I'm going to do it. But it's not going to be on YouTube because of spam and stuff like that. Right. So, but again, I'm not going to be on the live 24/7, guys. I'm just going to help you guys out. Hey, New York session. Guys, we're dumping really, really hard. We're in a long, guys. I'm getting out of my long. I'm not trading. Talk to you guys later. I'm going to go get a coffee. Kind of something like that. Okay. I really want to change the game in trading, and I do feel like I'm one of the best traders. But to do that and show people that, I have to show myself trading nonstop. Not nonstop trading, but nonstop live. Right. So that is what we're going to be doing moving forward. But keep in mind, guys, I'm not going to be on the live 24/7. I'm going to be updating you guys when I'm getting on the live. I just don't want to have to throw on the thumbnail and all that jazz, right? So Twitch, go subscribe to Twitch right now if you haven't. CJDV, share the Twitch. Altcoins are not running yet, guys. The reason altcoins are not running yet is because Total 3 hasn't broken out. Simple math. My trading will be live. Absolutely. Moises, how you doing? Moises, did you get my message? I need to pay you. I haven't. No, but your trading will be live. Yeah, absolutely. Would help with all the time zones. So here's the thing, guys. When the YouTube live goes live, I will end the live on Twitch and I will restart it. Okay, so that's the only thing. Here's the Twitch. Go subscribe, guys, right now, because we're going to be doing 24-hour lives. Or just have the Twitch show my current position all the time. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that, Argyle, for sure. It would help out with transparency, okay? Because a lot of people in crypto, and in my opinion, YouTubers, they BS a lot. And I want to show you guys when I'm trading or when I'm not trading. It's kind of like copy trading, okay? So Total 3 has a bit more room to go here, guys, to the top. 85242, okay? I would say that's going to be the top for now, but you can see Total 3 breaking out all the way to 900 billion, right? Again, Bitcoin's not doing really much. We're going to pump to the top, but we're not doing much, guys, because of the accumulation session. Hope everyone enjoyed that announcement, guys. We're changing the game. It's 2026, all right? Things are different. You want to build a community, the only way you could build a community is be in that freaking community, right? You're either halfway in or halfway. There is no halfway in, halfway out. You're either all in or all out, right? By the way, shout out to you guys, 444. That's our lucky number right there. So we're almost at 500. Appreciate you guys. All right. So we've got Aave locked down. Someone wanted to look at Pengu. We looked at Jasmine. I think Jasmine's going to what? I think Jasmine's going to pop. I don't even. And I'm going to do the same with poker too, guys. I talked to you guys about poker. I'm going to do the same on poker too, where I go live to play. There's two things I like in life. I really love in life, okay? And that is poker and trading. So why not be obsessed and do it 24/7, right? Pengu. Who gave the Pengu shout out right here? This thing's going to rocket. Breakout backtest. Okay, this is now the trade of the day. You've got a beautiful fair value gap here. I'm going to call along on Pangu low leverage right here. Stop loss is going to be just honestly below this fair value gap. If you can do a low leverage, do a lower leverage blue collar trader. Yeah, I like the platform. Thank you for being on Twitch. So again, guys, if you're not signed up for Twitch, do it for the 24-hour live trading. There will be rules, but we'll talk about it later. So 009501. Yeah, a low leverage long. I would say a low leverage long. There's some bullish dive here on Pangu. The market looks like it is going to pop. And by pop, I mean pump very, very hard. Now, here's the thing. Pangu will not start moving until we break out a total 3, okay? If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. Low leverage. All my technicals are lining up here. I don't like the 3-day, but again, we're not trading on the 3-day. We're trading on the 18-hour and the daily time frame. I could see Pangu popping up to about 2.6, and that is in the Solana ecosystem, okay? Alts don't pop till ETH takes Bitcoin over. Yep. So let's go to Ethereum too. But total 3, Argil just followed you on Twitch. I appreciate you, man. Total 3 also does, when total 3 breaks out, altcoins start moving too. I'm just basically adding another way for you guys to just really lock in profits or get out. Updates are cool, but I hate typing. And I'm all about visuals, and I can't explain what I need to explain. And everyone is max long and leverage. Everything is probably just going to dump again. And that is why we have our stop losses and profit. Let me show you something, Cricky. I can respect your opinion, okay? But I don't believe we're going to dump, and I'm going to show you why. We came on here on our liquidity gaps right here, and we took out 86K. 86K was the target. So if you go back and watch my lives, anyone, guys, go back and watch my lives from the last week. I put up the Grim Reaper live, 86K. Another live, 86K. We never hit it, right? Now, if you look right here on your... There you go. So this right here is a discount low. This means that people are thinking Bitcoin is very cheap right here. So essentially, what that means is that people are saying, I need to buy Bitcoin right here. Well, this blue area, to this red, these are sells. The red is the sells, the blues are the buys, okay? The blues are essentially people buying Bitcoin. This means that there's more buys down here than sells. Now, I've mentioned this in the live. I don't like how we haven't taken out Tokyo's low. That freaks the living daylights out of me because AMD. However, we've got a channel right here. And in the shorter term, Bitcoin should pump to about 89.8 in that region. If London drops at 89.8 or manipulates, we possibly could come down all the way back down to here and take out the low. So if we don't break out of 89.8 or whatever that top is going to be, I would expect London to manipulate all the way back down here, dump it, or New York. As of right now, this is the top of the channels. Okay. What's the indicators? I can't even tell you. I bought this on a Black Friday deal. All I wanted was liquidity gaps and buy orders. I'm going to go out and say it. Bookmap is not my favorite. I'm sorry, Bookmap lovers, but Bookmap is not my favorite. It takes a lot of power on my PC. It freezes all the time. So if I could find it again, I'll share it to you guys and you guys could buy it. It was like $1,000 on Black Friday or something like that. But essentially, guys, I'm looking for Bitcoin to... So I am looking for Bitcoin to pump up to that 89 region, but you got to keep in mind too, and this is for everybody, guys, Parallel Channels 101. Let me explain this. Sam G, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Okay. Argyle, the mess up with BTC is off the charts. Honestly, all day. It is not. You can't even do, and this is the first time I'm going to say it, you can't even really do TA on Bitcoin right now. I'm doing TA. But AMD is playing out more than TA. If you guys understand AMD, you will be rich. If you guys don't understand AMD, it is like you're walking with one leg. That is how I could explain it. So we're going to go into more altcoins. Don't worry about that. But I want to show the people who just joined the live or just subscribed to our channel. We got a high right here. We got a high right here. This is resistance. Okay. Now, we were targeting 90K last week at the beginning of last week, but when we broke this trend, it was obvious we were going to come down to 86. What you guys are going to notice here, and I've pretty much got this market figured out until I don't, and then we lose, right? But that's where your wins versus losses are going to come in. So what you guys are going to see right here is we never actually hit the bottom of the channel again, okay? We took out this trend line, but we never hit the bottom of the channel. Why did we never hit the bottom of the channel? Because we never hit the top of the channel. Typically, when you hit the bottom of the channel once, twice, you're going to hit the top of the channel, which means we should have popped off to 92K. We did not do that. So now you're going to see Bitcoin bouncing off of here. And essentially completing that 96K target. All right, so that is what we're looking for. I'm going to set an alert on Pengu. But I'll be completely, Glasshopper just followed you on Twitch. Awesome. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Crypto doesn't excite me right now. Crypto does not excite me. I am going to be doing some different things with this channel. Very, very, very soon. And you guys are going to love it. I'm going to set an alert on, oh, you know what? Here, if you guys gone too long on Pengu and you're even, get out. If you guys got into Pengu and you're even, get out. And the reason, well, you can stay in if you want. But I didn't realize we have resistance right here, non-financial advice. We have 3 points, protect your capital, right? But once Pengu breaks out of this, we're probably going to pump. I'm just saying the resistance, I don't like it. Then we've got a skyrocketing price of, look at that. Even to that area right now, Pengu goes up 22%. So does everyone understand AMD? I'm okay doing a bit of training because the market is a bit quiet. Can you do TA on HIMS? Sure. We're going to set an alert right here on Pengu because I'm not missing out on this trade. HIMS USDT, or what is this? I don't know. What's the ticker? Or is it shims? I have no idea what you're talking about. The dollar sign threw me off. Okay, so we'll figure out what trade that is, but now it is time to look at some longs, guys. I'm telling you right now, we are bottomed, okay? So shout out to someone for looking at this on the live the other time, but I've been watching it a bit. And folks is looking fairly decent here off of this drop. Of course, there's resistance here, but if we could break out, this could pump pretty good. It also looks like it could be a good short in the shorter term time frame. Possibly. We're overbought on the 1 hour time frame. We got a tweezer reversal. We do got fair value gaps all day. We do got bullish dive all day too. But keep an eye on this folks project. It has been looking really, really good. BTC long is printing. Let's go, fam. Hit that like button. Tap it and double tap it. Whatever you start selling us here instead of trading crypto, just Argil, that's hilarious. I go for coffee in my place every day down the building. It connects to the supermarket and the restaurants and the mall and everything. And there's different people in different sections in the skywalk, and they're preaching. Every single day they're preaching, and every single day they talk to me, and they're like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, you talked to me already yesterday, the other day. I'm not going to go into any religion stuff, but yeah, it's just funny that you said that. I will say a joke, though. I will say a joke. Nothing against the people who are religious, Christian, Latter-day, whatever. I will say a joke. If you guys look at the ads for the Church of the Latter-day Saints, they're OnlyFans girls. I'm not kidding. Go look it up. That is your thing for the day. All right. Okay. No more religion talk. It just was funny. I had to point it out. Don't be mad at me. Okay. ZBCN for sure. Our BTC long is printing, guys. Let's go. We are back in the profit zone. Well, we were in the profit zone earlier, but it didn't really drop too much. Josh, do you have any advice for people who don't have access to charts and indicators that work, specifically when to get out of a trade? For example, today the Bitcoin went up to 88,400 and back down to 87,500. But I got out of the trade at 87,800 because you said the top of the channel. Correct. I did. So my 24-hour live trading will help out with that. See, okay, let me go over ZBCN first. So, yes, I do got advice. Wait. Any advice for people who don't have access to charts at work? I would just set your stop loss and profit R1, R2. So this is my advice. If you're trading and you're in a let's say you're in a Bitcoin long, right? You have, okay, so you're up $500. You're at work. Set your stop loss to R1. R1 is going to be 250, okay? let's say you are up. By the way, Moises, this is working for you because if we're about to pop, I know you only long the market. For example, let's say you're up $3,000, right? I'm up $3,000 on my Bitcoin long, right? So if I'm up 3K, I have R1 and R2. Essentially what Argyle just said, trailing stop, okay? So if I'm at $3,000, well, what do you think I'm going to set my stop loss to? 1,500, okay? If I'm at 4,000, I'm going to set my stop loss to 2,000. So whatever your half of that, and especially if you're at work, always set a stop loss and profit. If I ever say, guys, hold a trade, I don't mean hold a trade without a trailing stop loss in profit. I mean hold the trade, but still set your stop loss and profit, right? That's the only way I could do it or even recommend it. Okay, so I've actually got ZBCN based off of everybody talking about ZBCN. At this point, it seems a lot of you guys are bullish, so I hopped on the train. But I will be waiting for my breakout for a long. All I got for you on ZBCN at the moment is nothing. Like, it hit the bottom, it hit the top twice, so it should have came back down to here. But what we can see ZBCN is just pretty much ranging, right? We're in a downtrend. Well, no, we're in an uptrend. I really don't got anything on ZBCN. Hypothetically, it should come back down to the bottom here. But you're oversold. So that is going to be mitigated a bit. I think the 4-hour, yeah, so ZBCN's not doing anything. I think the 4-hour close, no, it's about to close in 53 minutes. So again, guys, if you guys are just tuning into the live, I am along on Bitcoin, but you got to keep in mind, following AMD, Asia's in accumulation, okay? Accumulation on Asia at the moment. At it, what is up? 9368. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being on the live. Shout out to everybody being on the live, guys. I really appreciate you guys. I think we looked at Ethereum, but Ethereum wasn't doing really anything. And then someone asked me to look at another trade, and I completely forgot. All right. So if we are looking at Bitcoin, if we are looking at Ethereum, it broke out. See, this is what I mean. We broke out of this, and then we formed a low. That was your bullish dive, and that was the bottom. Now Ethereum should push up to here. Ethereum's on the verge of breaking out, literally on the verge of breaking out. Obviously, you've got bullish dive on Ethereum. You got bullish dive on everything, literally. Yeah, guys, Ethereum's going to rip. I could see Ethereum ripping all the way to about, well, pretty much here, about 3,200. And then we will see a lot of altcoins moving when Ethereum rips to 3,200. But do not long Ethereum right now because you've got this resistance right here. So you've got resistance right here on Ethereum. We break out, we pump all the way up to 3,200. Okay, look at pump. Moises, a lot of you are following the Mina trade. It should play out, but it's a long-term one, 3-day chart. Can you look at that time frame? For sure, brother. Okay, pump fun. Oh, yeah, I forgot about pump fun. Forgot about pump fun. Forgot about it. It broke out, right? So pump fun broke out already of the channel. Slack, what is up? How you doing, fam? Yeah, so pump fun is actually looking really, really good here. We've already broken out the main channel on pump fun, and you've got resistance right here. Yeah, I would probably be longing pump fun all the way to 003, hypothetically. I never like to get in a trade at the top, but I'd be doing low leverage long, or I would be doing a spot position. But yeah, I forgot pump fun broke out. So if that is the case, let me do a new chart here on pump fun. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful breakout. I could see pump fun going up to about the top. If we break out this area right here, pump is going to fly, skyrocket, right? But you want to look at your shorter term channels here. And this is pretty much what you're looking at right here. You're looking at a pretty big pump. So if you could find a position on pump fun, we are going to pump pretty hard. Bitcoin's pulling back a bit, guys. But again, we're just ranging in Tokyo. That is it. Ranging, pumping a bit, ranging, pump a bit. Follow AMD. All right, Mina. Mina protocol on the 3-day, hey? So if we're looking at Mina, we did break out, okay? If we're looking at Mina protocol, guys, we did break out in a huge rounded bottom. Bitcoin is dumping. Tell me how Bitcoin is dumping, please. I'm not sure what you mean by Bitcoin is dumping. We're still in the channel. Yeah, I do like this Mina play. It did break out. And we can see, yeah, so it did break out, guys. We can see pretty much right here that Mina could pump all the way to about here, which is about 14.5. We're just really waiting for the move on MENA. The 3-day time frame is very, very overbought though. But this is just going to show me. So it's a rounded bottom, right? I'm not trying to be like disrespectful or anything to anybody, but guys, dumping and pumping is a retrospective word. I like the long, Moise, that's for sure. I like the long, as long as you can hold it in this area, right? Okay, so let me explain dumping and pumping to people. Dumping is breaking this channel. Guys, the trade is invalid. We're breaking 87.5. We are going to dump all the way down to 85K. That is dumping. Pumping, Bitcoin's not pumping, okay? Pumping is, guys, we just broke this 15-minute channel and we're going to pump to 90,009, whatever that is, okay? Let me make that very, very clear. Bitcoin is not dumping and Bitcoin is not pumping. We are in an accumulation during the Asian session following AMD to the top of said channel. Now, would I be holding this long past here? Probably not. I'm going to reevaluate because into London, I'm not sure what London is going to do, okay? All we're doing in Asia is we're ranging, accumulating to the top of the channel, which is 89.4. After 89.4, I'm not sure what is going to happen. We also have a fair value gap right here. So we did just create a tiny fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame. And it looks like we are back testing the fair value gap. We could drop down to 88,444. 88,400 we could drop down to. Like, so what, right? So we range at this fair value gap a bit. We back test this fair value gap off of the 4 hour close. And then we should continue back up and range back up to that 89.4 region, okay? But please know what pumping means and know what dumping means. I will show you pumping. Okay. This is pumping. This is not pumping. Okay. And same thing. That is not dumping. All right. Sorry, I'm being really respectful when I'm telling you guys that. I understand that, you know, people, whatever, but I can't stand when people come on the live, be like, we're dumping, sell, sell, we're pumping, buy, buy. No, no. That is just your emotions, you know, emotions coming into it. But yeah, look at pump funds skyrocketing. All right, tethered Dom. Tethered Dom, tethered Dom. Did we fake out? That is what I want to see right here. Yeah, if you got bearish dive. So bullish dive on Bitcoin on the 4 hour and bearish dive on tether dominance. Is there a correlation, right? Daily overbought on tether dom. Oversold on Bitcoin. Okay, you guys see the correlation, right? 3-day is oversold on tether dom, but we did break that trend. And typically, guys, when we break a trend, we don't come back inside of the trend. It's very, very hard to do that. Yeah, we're very overbought here. I don't. Maybe we. Here's the channel. So I guess we did close inside of the channel. I drew my channel a bit off on tether dom, which would mean that hypothetically we would roll over, flip the bull market support band on the daily, and come all the way back down to here, right? Again, so in the shorter term, guys, we could come down to 88,400, back testing that fair value gap. Okay, I do want to look at Sol. Here's the double bottom on Sol. Here is the bullish divergence on Solana. And did we break out? That is the ultimate question. We did not. So Solana should push up to about $126. $126 on Sol, and then we break out a 126, we pump up to 132. So set a stop loss. Well, set an alert here, guys, because that would be a good scalp to the top. But again, you need to break out of that area. And right now, Solana is breaking that uptrend. Actually, no, not yet. Okay, so Bitcoin. Yeah, so Bitcoin is bouncing off of this fair value gap, which should be a continuation up. We're oversold in the 5-minute, oversold in the 1-minute. 15-minute is ranging. 4 hours closing in about 37 minutes here in the market. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Welcome to the live. Shout out to everybody. If you're new here, let me know in the comment section below. This is the place to be. I'm going to be launching 24-hour live trading, guys. 24-hour live trading. With a caveat, but AKT is trending. And SLP. I want to look at SLP. It's one of the things for Axie Infinity. Did SLP break out? Oh man, this is why you don't trade low caps, high leverage, because of this BS. Curious, who do you guys got? Patriots or the Hawks, Seattle Seahawks, one of my favorite teams. Okay, everybody listen up, guys. Axie Infinity is very, very bullish. I mean, very bullish. Could pump to about $6. If you guys could find a trade on Smooth Love Potion, outside of the breakout right here, this thing will rock it. And I mean, absolutely rock it. All right. Now, if I'm looking at getting into a trade right here above the breakout, I'm only looking for a spot trade, probably. But Smooth Love Potion is getting ready to fly. Moonshot, whatever you want to call it. Look right here. It is breaking out. Smooth Love Potion is trying to break out. Trying to. Okay, so if we get that breakout right there on SLP, which essentially is right here, we could pump all the way up 500%, guys, on SLP, Smooth Love Potion. So we're looking very, very good. So make sure you guys set an alert. SLP would probably be my top project besides Pengu. Then we've got another coin or trade I really like, which is AKT, a cash. A cash has been a really, really good trade before. And a cash actually broke out. A cash did break out right here. This could be a good trade as well. Man, I just don't like those wicks, but it did break out. So what you would be waiting for is we be waiting for that 1 hour to be oversold. Maybe we come back around 39, but if you guys could find an entry on a cash, I could see this pumping all the way to about 109. 109 is where I'd be looking at on a cash. So here would be a channel in the shorter term. I could see 61 cents on a cash in the shorter term. So it's looking really, really good. So I could see a cash pumping up all the way to about 61 cents in that region right there. If you're looking for a trade that hasn't moved yet, that will do a pump like Pump Fund, I would say a cash. Huge breakout pump coming right here. Just got to kind of, we should come back down to around 43. We should. There's a fair value gap here, though. And there's a trend line. So maybe we come down to about 43 and bounce off 43. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin here, see if we're bouncing off of our fair value gap. Yes, we are. That 15-minute is looking good above that conversion line. That 5 minutes oversold. That 15-minute is ranging to the top. We're still looking good in the market. What do I think about Pepe? I'm not sure. I haven't looked at Pepe. I actually forgot about Pepe, so thank you for bringing Pepe up. Oh, Pepe's looking dynamite. Dynamite. Bullish dive on Pepe right here. Man, this market is a heater, guys. This market is about to absolutely melt faces. If this market doesn't pump, I know nothing about TA. I'm kidding. Do not have that on record. Anything could happen. Manipulation, right? But it just looks like we're about to have a massive pump here. Pepe should Pepe should pump all the way up to 6,381. Which you're looking at about 6,290 on Pepe. This is looking like a good setup here too. You're at the bottom. Again, you haven't broke out of this resistance, so you guys still got time to get in altcoins, right? Once it breaks out of this once it breaks out of this little downtrend channel here, it already broke out of here. I mean, not downtrend, but ranging channel. We are looking for a very big pump on Pepe as well. Very, very big pump. Very big pump. We're forming a 3-point higher low, which is really, really good. That means this could pump up 27%. We broke out of the 18-hour downtrend on your RSI. I swear, man, my dog's a cat. She goes under the bed. And like, I've never seen any dog go under the bed and just sleep there. And look, you're even bouncing off this low. Okay, Pepe's in my top 3. Guys, I'm going to post in beastlimitless.com. If you're not in it, it is our app. Join it. It's free. I don't want money from you. And then live trading 24/7 is going to be approaching tomorrow. And I will announce the rules in the live trading. Okay. But Pepe is looking dynamite. Pepe, I'd be adding Pepe to my spot portfolio, honestly. Or low leverage. Yeah, you're looking at about a 82 to 50% pump on Pepe. Of course, you need to break this resistance right here. So in the shorter term, you're looking at about 6,444, but Pepe is looking really, really good. So I'm going to set an alert here on Pepe, and I'm going to see if it breaks out of the range channel. Okay, we've got half an hour. We're holding that fair value gap, guys. If you haven't gotten a Bitcoin long, this is where you long Bitcoin, okay? But your stop loss, because you're chasing it, would be about 88,200. I wouldn't go high leverage in this area, though. Where would be a good entry for pump short, and where would be the good entry stop loss on it? Celinda, how you doing? Juicy shorts at 93K, CME gap. Let's go. We'd love to break out to 93K. So pump fund broke out. So I wouldn't be shorting it until it reaches the top. If I was looking for a short on pump fund, it'd be about 0.330. Where would be my stop loss? Outside of the channel. So just outside of the channel, really. But that's where I would short pump fund at the top. Otherwise, I'd be longing it. Around 0.02849 if pump fund breaks back inside this channel, it will be a fake out. But you keep forming fair value gap after fair value gap after fair value gap, right? Who's excited for the 24-hour live trading, guys? If you haven't joined Twitch, sign up for Twitch right now. It's free. Yeah, 89,400 is what I'm looking at. I'm not sure what London is going to do. I would say we're going to distribute based on the fact that Asia is accumulating. We'll have to see, though. Do I think the big head and shoulders we have on altcoins is invalid now? So you're talking about total 3? Or you're talking about altcoins in general? I don't really see a head and shoulders on total 3 unless I'm... Okay, hype. LRST, can you do Avantis? For sure. Okay, let me look at that one first. Okay, Avantis. So we did break out on Avantis for sure. Here's the breakout. You already hit the low right here. I would say Avantis is looking okay. Oversold in the 3-day. So oversold in the 18-hour, but the 4-hour is looking very, very good. If I was going to get into AVNT, it would be right here. It would be right here. Ultimately, though, if Avantis does break out, well, it already did break out, we can see a pump to about 88 cents. But before we get 88 cents, we have a conversion line right here. And the conversion line is going to be heavy resistance to about 86.9. Is there a way to do virtual poker games so we could play while discussing while crypto isn't doing what it's supposed to do? For sure. For sure. We'll line up some poker. We'll talk about that on the Twitch live for sure. I'm going to be creating a really big poker community, guys. So yeah, this is looking good. Shout out to whoever gave this Avantis call, LRST. Great trade. Now, if it breaks back below here, we're in trouble, but for the most part. Okay, hype. Hope you guys are enjoying the live. I know a lot of people probably don't like I'm not live during Tokyo every single night, but this live trading 24 hours thing is going to help out a lot. And hype bullish dive is playing out really quick. Yeah, hype just broke out. So hype is starting for sure. So what I'd be waiting for, guys, you don't get into a long here. You wait for the back test of said fair value gap and trend, which is going to be about 24. And then you long hype all the way up to hyperliquid broke out. Hyperliquid is very, very bullish. Yeah, look at this back test on this fake out breakout. I see hype pumping all the way to about $34. Good evening, Tim. I hope you're doing okay. I've been praying for your situation there. Hit that like button, guys. We got the live trending. I appreciate everybody for joining tonight. I'm very excited for the next couple of weeks and even days. Let's make sure we take advantage of this market fully and make a lot of money. Yeah, Hyperliquid is looking fire, guys. So here's what I would do on hype. Wait for the pump to settle. Come back test this fair value gap. Range a bit. And then rocket up to 34. That is how I would be playing Hyperliquid. Just Josh and you. Nice seeing you on here. Leon, how you doing? You not worry about the shutdown dump? I'm going to hold my tongue, okay? I'm not worried about the shutdown dump, no. But I'm not going to go on my rant. Let's just say no, I'm not worried about the shutdown dump. But I'll tell you why. Because the news came out on the shutdown dump a few days ago. So in my personal opinion, the market already dumped. Old news, new news, all of that jazz, right? Let's just say, guys, I know some things about trading that I can't mention publicly. So let's just keep it at that. I know a lot of people in the space. I've been doing this for about 7 years. And the most I could say, guys, is things aren't always as they seem. And I'm just going to leave it there. I have to be very, very careful what I say live. So we're just going to keep it there. I'm liking Hyperliquid. I think we're pretty much bouncing off that 618. Bitcoin's a little engine that could, literally. What else do we got here? We already looked at AXS. Someone said Tron. TRX, no problem. I got you. So Tron did break out, guys. Yeah, you know what? Let's look at Tron. Or did it? Hold on. It did not break out. Thought it did. It didn't. Okay, so we've got a trend line bounce right here on Tron. But okay, so we are bouncing there on Tron. So what I would be doing on Tron is I'd be waiting for the breakout. Tron doesn't do nothing when it is ranging. Yeah, Tron's not doing anything, but I would set an alert on Tron for sure. I want to see what XRP is doing. I showed you guys XRP at the beginning of the live. There you go. If you guys got into an XRP long, you're probably in profit already. The whole market is getting ready to rip. And I mean take off, pump, skyrocket, moonshot, whatever you want to call it. The whole market, whole crypto market. Hope you guys are enjoying the live tonight. Thank you for everybody coming on and subscribing during the Tokyo session. Make sure you guys hit the like. It is free if you haven't hit the like. And for the people that don't know the schedule, I am going to post it on the live for the new people, okay? So here is the live schedule, okay? We do London around 1 to 1:30 a.m., basically 1 a.m., Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We do New York, 9 a.m. CST every single day, and Tokyo, 8 to 8:30. All right, so those are all the new people. For the new people, can I look at auction bounce? For sure. Wow, this is a very old channel. I must have had this channel since 2021. Holy man, this is an old channel, guys. I drew this channel in 2021. Nope, never mind. 2023. 2020. I drew this channel a very long time ago. I should keep it up here for nostalgia purposes. Okay, remove that. 2023, whenever. Okay, so auction did hit the top of the channel. We did hit the top of the channel here, so I will say auction is probably going to come down to right here around 548. Not too bad. I would say around 548, 550 on auction. Because we didn't break out the downtrend. If we break out this downtrend, we are definitely going to pump. Look at that drop. Crazy drop. Flash crash drop. Okay, so Bitcoin is still ranging, guys. We've got the 4-hour candle closing here very shortly. We keep forming the higher channel. So now we're looking at 89.6. On this little accumulation pump that we're doing into Tokyo here. So we should start pumping after this 1-hour close because this is the back test of the fair value gap. Looking really good, back testing that fair value gap, and then you get continuation. Possibly, we'll see. Solana head and shoulders, yeah. So I actually have my head and shoulders thing right here. I know what you're talking about on Sol. Massive head and shoulders. If you go on the weekly, you have a massive, what was it? Yeah, so you have a big head and shoulders on Solana. I do see that. Here's the thing with the head and shoulders on Sol, we could play it out, but we should pump to the top of the channel first of resistance on Solana, okay? Because we hit the bottom here. We're going sideways. We broke out here. This next pump on Sol should be to 160. It should. If it's not, we've got problems. But I would just be focusing on this support at the moment. And then obviously if we break that support, oh well. Then we're going to drop, and you're looking at the market dropping. In the shorter term, though, we do need to break this resistance on Solana, okay? All right, 10 minutes left on this 4-hour close, guys. We'll see where Bitcoin fares. If you guys haven't, follow me on X. Beast X Bitcoin. I know I gotta post more, but I don't really like posting when the market is doing nothing. I'll probably post something tonight. Beast X Bitcoin. All right. So based on Asia accumulating, guys, I would say London's going to distribute. And based on the bullish divergence, I would say London's going to distribute to the upside. And then I would say New York's going to manipulate. So New York is going to be a wild card. We will be on the live for New York. I'll try to start the live a bit earlier, okay? but sometimes it's based on my streaming software. If I'm 15 minutes late on the live, guys, that's not me being 15 minutes. It's literally the fact that I have to redo the whole thing. And Ethereum is very, and I mean very close to breaking out. Very close, guys. Like on the cusp of breaking out. Okay, never mind. We did break out on Ethereum. Am I drawing my channel wrong? We looked at this earlier and it did not break out. That is a breakout on ETH. That is definitely okay, hold on. Let me redraw this. We broke out here, went sideways. Yeah, ETH broke out. Or ETH is definitely trying to. I don't like how there's a fair value gap all the way down here on ETH. I would love a much larger fair value gap. Sister Scalper, I appreciate you, man. I know stocks are gold or rare earth metals are kind of where it's at right now. But crypto's going to follow, or it definitely looks like that. So ETH did break out, but I need a better fair value gap than that on Ethereum. I'd be cautious on ETH. If we get a nice big chunky fair value gap like this on ETH, we're golden. And then you're essentially looking at ETH pumping all the way up to around 3,200 in that region right there. 3,200 on ETH, guys. We're just kind of waiting for the move to happen. We broke out already. We formed crazy bullish diver. So here's another thing, guys, too. Keep in mind, we broke out of the downtrend right here. Drop, 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 bullish dive, and now you're kind of hitting where we broke out. And you're going to start seeing the market move up based off of that breakout. Yeah, so I think I would take profit around right here and just re-enter after it breaks 89.5. Two minutes left on this close, guys. Shout out to everybody coming on the live. We got 450 subscribers. I appreciate you guys. Oh, I like to show off my thumbnails, but we did this before the live, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, Tokyo isn't exactly pumping it, but we are accumulating. So 1 minute left here, and then we'll see the direction of the 5 minute oversold. The 5 minute is the 1 minute. It's kind of ranging a bit, oversold, yada, yada, yada. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I would say about 577. There's a possibility we range all of Tokyo. We hit the top here. We just do that until the top. Very big possibility, but it looks like London is probably going to pump the market, guys. Based on AMD, I would probably say London's going to pump the market. New York, though, I would say New York's probably going to manipulate back here and take out that Tokyo low tomorrow. I see New York taking out a low. Where do we start the Tokyo session? Tokyo, okay. So I see New York. Maybe we don't come back down to 86 because we are bullish and broke out. But I do see New York taking out this Tokyo low around 88K tomorrow. Very big possibility. Keep an eye on that. Okay, so 4 hours closed. Fair value gap has been hit. We retrace this fair value gap. This means that longs are in this area. MACD is still going up. 4 hour KND is separated, so you're going up. MACD on the 4 hour is looking very, very good. I say we're just going to range a bit more. Pump, dump, pump, drop a bit, pump, drop a bit until we hit that top. Yeah, that's essentially what I see Tokyo doing is just ranging Bitcoin for the rest of the couple of hours that we have into London, which would be like that. Okay, so I will say this, guys, because I'm not starting the 24-hour live trading tonight. I'm going to have to figure it out and do it for tomorrow. I will start it tomorrow, though. 24-hour live trading, beastlimitless.com if you guys haven't joined it. Essentially what that is meaning is I'm going to go live for 24 hours here and there. I'm going to pop on the live, but you're going to be able to see my trades. I'm going to write them down, my positions, all that jazz. So if you're new, beastlimitless.com, it is completely free. I want to shout out to everybody in the chat right here. Shout to Tip, shout to Jeff, shout to GP, shout to Moises, Center, Scalper, Brian. All right, guys. Alan, come look at the chat, guys. Post your trade setups. Help everybody out. Okay, we are all community, and we do this together. Yeah, so Tokyo, you're going to get a range. Not really doing anything. Expect London to pump or distribute or accumulate, but hope you guys have a really good night, and that is it for the live. We just hit 2 hours. 2 hours, guys. Told you guys we're going to do a 2 hour live, and I'm going to post my win in the thing so you guys can see what trade I'm in right now. I posted this earlier, but I didn't. Okay, so this is our trade at the moment. This is our trade at the moment, all right, on this Bitcoin long right here. So we are going to ride this up to probably, when you're 50x, you don't hold trades. We're probably going to ride this up to about 89.5 to 89.4. We'll have to see. But that is the trade at the moment. So you guys can see me being fully transparent, 100%. Just posted this right now. And my take profit is 89,500. The caveat, though, is that I want to see if London distributes. Because if London distributes, we're going to pump to about 90,800. I don't trust holding a trade like that in New York. London, I'm okay with it. Hope all of you have a wonderful night, guys. We are done for the live. We will see you on the New York session tomorrow around 9 a.m. CST. And tomorrow we've got the London session at 1 a.m. CST because Tokyo does nothing, as we can see. But I appreciate all the new people on the live, guys. Follow my Twitch right now because we are going to be doing live trading, 24-hour live trading. With the caveat, I'm going to have to explain how I'm going to do it. We have 90 followers on Twitch, guys. Okay, Beast Limitless Trading, Twitch TV dot whatever that is, Beast Limitless Trading. Okay, you're going to want to be a part of that 24-hour trading. So yeah, guys, just expect Tokyo to pump a bit, drop a bit, pump a bit, drop a bit. It's just sells and buys in Tokyo. One more thing too is we have a macro channel here. So as long as we're above 87.8, we are fine. Okay? As long as we're above 87.8, we're fine. If we break this channel, we will dump. That is kind of what I got for you guys as a get out of jail card. But hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you guys on the live. Shout out to all the new subscribers, fam members. Appreciate you. We crushed this live. I hope I gave you guys some really good calls. You guys mentioned some very good calls.